Shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. Also, you Zil with IUIC in the classroom. And today, got a class for you called Don't Be a Woe Man. Don't be a destroyed man. Don't be destroyed by the woman. Because in our society today, we can agree that a lot of women are controlling a lot of men. And it's because they listen to they white daddy. They not listening to their black daddy. You know, if you know what I'm saying, right? So we're going to go into it a little bit and make it a little bit more clear. But first, let's start with Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
Yes, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
So if these instructions were written for our learning, that means we should supposed to be able to read and evaluate what's important, what's notable, and the things that we should be reflecting or practicing throughout our lives, because these are going to give great examples. The Bible is going to give us examples on how to live and how not to live, right? So let's jump back. So let's go all the way back to the beginning of the Bible, where God gave us specific instructions, starting with the man, because he created the man first. So give me Genesis chapter 2 and verse, let's just start at 23. Start at 23.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
So right there, you can see that woman was taken out of man. God did not create woman and then man come from woman, right? Read on.
Verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife.
So we're supposed, read on, finish it out.
And they shall be one flesh.
So it's saying one flesh. It said one flesh. Clearly they're two different people, but it's saying be one flesh. That means one in everything, one in mind, body, and spirit. Why? Because a rib was taken out of my body and I want to put it back. This is support that I need, right? So that's why it's saying that one flesh. Everything that I do, you're supposed to follow, right? So so let's see what God gave Adam in the beginning as far as instructions and the power he gave him. So jump up to verse 18.
Verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. So
God did find it fit to have a helpmeet for Adam. So you are important, but you ain't that important that you are above the man, as God is saying. Read on.
Verse 19. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
All right, hold up. So the Most High God created everything. Why would he bring it to Adam to see what he's going to call them? Because God was proud of making Adam and then gave him instructions to rule everything on earth. So much so that he's even allowing Adam to name them. Read on.
And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
Read on.
And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. Excuse me. And to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found an helpmeet for him.
All right, so Genesis 3 and 20. So during that time, I mean, just think about all the animals and creatures that's on earth. Like, how long would it take him to name all these things? So Adam was kicking it by himself for a minute, you know, just in that segment. Of course, it was longer than that, but he was just kicking it, and God is, okay, what you going to call this one? Okay, what do you call this one? Okay, how about this one? It's like, man, this dude's good. Adam naming everything. Okay, all right, he cooking. All right, so let's see what this is. Genesis 3 and 20. See what he did with the woman.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 20. And Adam called his wife's name Eve.
Wait, Adam did what?
And Adam called his wife's name Eve.
So Adam named his woman. Is that what you're telling me? Adam named his woman Eve. Read on.
Because she was the mother of all living.
Because she was the mother of all living. So he did it based on her characteristics that he gave her a name, Eve. So Genesis 3:16. So because the woman disobeyed, because of her, sin has come into the world. Because they disobeyed, these were the instructions reiterated to the woman and instructions given to the man for listening to her. Read that.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
So we understand that's your cycle that you get every month, and then through childbearing, you have pains. Read on.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Thy what?
Shall be to thy husband.
Thy desire shall be to thy husband. Not anything outside of that. And read on.
And he shall rule over thee.
So it says that Adam is supposed to rule over her, or the man is supposed to rule over the woman. It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Before this, just think, we had eternity. Don't you think Adam taught her that? Like, eternity ain't enough. You just had to, like, are you serious? Like, yo, hey, if eternity ain't enough, I don't think any woman could ever be satisfied. Like, that's crazy to have the top G on earth at the time and say, you got eternity, you just stick with me, do what I say, we good. And she's like, well, it's just not enough. Yeah, this guy seems to know a little bit more, right? Insane. Read on.
Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
Because I don't know about you, I don't like working every day. And you have to work every day in order to put food on the table. So yeah, the curse be the ground, and it's going to suck to eat from it. Sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of your life. So there ain't no retirement. There ain't. It says through all the days of your life. So let's say even if you do retire, you got a pension, things like that. Prices keep going up on food. Yeah, you're going to be sorrowful about that thing. It's like, man, it used to be $200. Now it's $500 to fill the fridge, and there's just two of us. This is crazy, right? Read.
Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field.
Read on.
In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground.
So it's saying that we will work until we die, right? So before we get this video, let's read Isaiah 30, verse 1 through 3, because now that we understand what the Most High God intended for us, we understand his order, that is God, Christ, man, woman. We can read that later in 1 Corinthians, but it is the man over the woman, because anytime the woman is flipped over the man, you are a destroyed man. You're not listening to the Most High God. So Isaiah 30 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
So it says woe. That's that woe that we talk about. Destruction to the rebellious children. Rebellious children, believing that the woman can lead the man. Read.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
So they take counsel from somebody else besides what the Most High God said. That's exactly what Eve did. Man, strange, weird. Read on.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Because the Most High God gave Adam and Eve a cover of skins. This is where the law of the sacrifice came in. And he says it covers with a covering, but not of my spirit. So now they took that off, and they took a cover of a strange nation. Read on.
That they may add sin to sin.
So they could do what they will instead of do what the Most High God's will, right? Read on.
Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
Read on.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Because they trusted in Egypt, or even today, America. They trust in America. They don't think America that says that they believe in the Bible would lead them wrong. They don't think that they would teach them differently than what the Bible actually says. So I can wear my shorts. I can wear my Daisy Dukes. I can wear my short, darn near draws out in public, and it's okay. Man, you know how hard it is to raise a righteous son in this world? Seeing all this foolishness out here because America said that you're okay the way that you are. It's his problem if he lusts after you. It's his problem, not yours. Show your body. It's nothing wrong with that. Read on.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Read on.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Strength of Pharaoh is going to be your shame, because when the Most High God comes back, man, you are done. You are finished. You're going to die with the Egyptians. Read.
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Yep. You're going to be like, but Lord, I love you. I've said I loved you. I go to church all the time. Yep. That's your confusion. Yep. Because you were taught by Egypt. You trusted in Egypt instead of the Most High God. So play that first video. We're going to show some examples of the man. Then we're going to show an example of the woman in this land of Babylon, in Egypt, that we call America.
Oh man, here we go again. We got another man thinking he's speaking for all men. Can't believe this type of petulance. You try to soften the blow with your little no offense. None taken. I got one goal as a dad, be the world's greatest. It's a full-time job with no compensation. You would think you was my kid the way you tested my patience. You know that dad got bars and never hesitated to clap back at the hater who talking antiquated, acting like a dad can't be domesticated. Toxic masculinity need to be eradicated.
Stop.
I'm kinda curious
Just
what kind of man raised
like,
you.
it's
You ever
almost
seen him
over,
cry?
bro.
He the type of guy
Yo.
afraid to. He ever say he's proud?
Stop
Did your
it.
daddy
Just a
ever
second.
praise you, or did he
Pause.
fill your mind with false hope but never stayed true?
Whenever you're ready. My man said that a man can't be domesticated. What? Hey, pull up that definition of domesticated. Let's see what that means. It said that a man can't be domesticated. That's a strange word. Let's find out what that means. There you go.
It's the definition of domesticated.
The first one. First one says tame and kept.
Of an animal, tame and kept.
It says tamed. This man said, you don't think I could be domesticated, that I could be tamed, that I could be ripped away from God and put you in the place of me? Read on.
Tame and kept as a pet. Or on a farm.
Or on a farm. That means that you just out here willy-nilly and somebody else controlling everything that you do. Like, meaning she has severed your balls. They are no longer in existence. I bet by the end of it, I'm telling you, man, this dude cries after sex. Guaranteed. Okay? Ridiculous. Let's see. Deuteronomy 23:1. Let's see when your wife is taking your balls and you no longer are following the Most High God and think this foolishness is acceptable. Let's see. Deuteronomy 23 and verse 1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones.
He that is wounded in his balls. Read on.
Or have his privy member cut off.
His woman done took his balls clean off. Read on.
Shall not enter.
Shall what?
Shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Well, there you have it, sir. We're going to play the rest of this video, but you ain't getting the kingdom, bro. She got your balls. Finish the video. Finish that.
I don't understand what the problem is. Insecure men like to pretend it is. I think you stuck in the past like it's 96. You just mad cause a girl dad call himself a feminist. Don't act like dad got no ambitions. I hustle on the side in between doing dishes. While the baby nap, pack the snacks in the bag cause the dad know that his baby love goldfishes. Do your homework before you start dissing. Have you seen the price of the preschool tuition? Buckle up, you ain't gonna like this opinion. The world would be better if we listen to our women.
You hear that? This man's crazy. So I know that first part right there is a man correcting him, telling him, hey, man, no offense, but you need to stop that and get a job. Get a job. You should be working. You are the hedge. You are the protector, not your wife. Like, I'm telling you, man, this dude, somebody breaking in the house, he's like, oh, he the one grabbed the sheets. Well, let's find out when you let a woman lead you, what the scripture says about that. Read that, Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3 and 12. 3 and 12.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
The one swinging on his head in that video. Read on.
And women.
And who?
Women.
Read on.
Rule over them.
She tells him when to rise, when to go to sleep, when to brush his teeth, when to set the school schedule in place. Read on.
O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err.
Read on.
And destroy the way of thy paths.
Yeah, because you are the man, and we're going to read some of those manly qualities that you're supposed to have when following the Most High God, because that's the only way you can lead your family properly. Otherwise, this young lady's going to grow up to think that she can run the house. And if she runs into a real man, she's going to call him abusive, emotionally abusive, or emotionally constipated. I heard that this week. That was crazy. And also, emotionally constipated, meaning like you're not letting your emotions out. These people insane, man. But yeah, man, it threw me off, man. So that's why we got to get back to the Bible, get back to the order. Just read about Adam and how God created him. And just sit and think about like what type of man you have to be talking straight to God. And he's giving you the power to name everything on earth. Man, just to be brought to a point where you're saying the world will be better if we listen to the women. Get the hell out of here, man. Play that video, video number 2. Now, this video right here is showing, the first one is showing you what the men are being trained to do. And the second one is going to show you the type of women that he's talking about listening to.
You're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work, and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I
do it every day.
First of all, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a
pause.
woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
She said, you mean to tell me I have to go work, then come home and cook, clean, do the dishes, basically guide the house? Nobody said that you had to do that. There are very, I would say there are minimum situations, if done properly, like where you're supposed to marry before having children. The man is in the house taking care of the house, and by going to work, providing for the house, buys everything in the house. He do everything. And the woman is at home to guide the house, show the kids how the son is supposed to follow the father, how the daughter is supposed to follow the woman. When those things are in place, you don't have to go to work. That's not biblical. You don't have to go to work. In certain cases, when the man is disabled or he died, you might have to pick up woman's work to take care of the house, just depending on how he prepared for his death and to be able to take care of the family. But this is the type of woman the first man is talking about listening to. Like, come on, man. That's Isaiah 30:1-3 all day. They cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, because this is the spirit that sister has. Proverbs 7:7. We're going to explain both of them just in this verse. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
And beheld among the simple ones.
The simple ones being like a man that we just saw in that video, looking at the woman that we just saw in that video. Read on.
I discern among the youths a young man, void of understanding,
Not understanding his place and where he should be. Read on.
passing through the street near her corner.
I don't know if that guy would ever pass through the street. He's stuck at the house with his daughter and doing womanly things. But anyway, go ahead.
And he went the way to her house in the twilight,
Uh-huh.
in the evening, in the black and dark night.
Uh-huh.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Attire of harlot, anything that's showing your womanly features. Just like in the video, she was sitting down, but I guarantee it's showing everything. Read.
And subtle of heart.
Uh-huh.
She is loud.
She is what?
She is loud.
Hella loud. Just, you mean to tell me, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. Like he said, yelling, that don't do anything but shows how not non-intelligent you are. I'm sitting right here. Just talk normal. You trying to make a point. You don't have to yell to make a point. Read on.
She is loud and stubborn.
Stubborn, not understanding her place. Because the sister that was sitting next to her was like, why would you want to do that? That's crazy. Y'all talk about wanting a man with 6 figures and a man of, what is it called? A prize man? What is it? A 6-figure man? Is that what it is? Anyway, you want a man like that. Well, if he has that stuff, would you need to work? High value man. That's right. Right. They call that high value man based on the money part. But the real high value men are the ones that keep the law, statutes, and commandments of God, because they are the ones that's going to give you the protection that you are looking for. Right. High value man, he got hella options and he going to choose every single one of them. He ain't going to hold back. And so this sister here, loud and stubborn. She will not listen to the laws of the Most High God. Read on.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Because I'm almost 100% she left her daddy house to go get her own bag, to be her own woman. So her feet didn't abide in that house. And then a man that she runs into ain't going to want to stay and listen to that doggone mouth. So she going to run from that one too. All right, so and here's the proof, because she did sound like a man. Grab Acts 16:16 for the sisters that don't believe that a male spirit can be inside of a female. Let's disprove that right now. It's a little bit of reading. Yep, Acts
Book
16.
of Acts, yes, sir. The book of Acts, chapter 16 and verse 16. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us.
It says a damsel, that's a woman, possessed with a spirit of divination, meaning that she was a Cleo. Come on, get your eating. Go ahead, read on.
Which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying.
Right, so she did this for a couple of people in the town. Read on.
The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God.
So even as a soothsayer, she's pointing out that Paul and the disciples, these men are the servants of the Most High God. Read on.
Which show unto us the way of salvation.
Right, read on.
And this did she many days.
So she followed Paul in a few days. It says many days saying these things. So she believed. Read on.
But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the Spirit, I command thee in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her.
Read on.
And he came out.
And you just went right past it, man. And what?
And he.
And he. And who?
And he.
And he. A male spirit is in this woman. Read on.
And he came out the same hour.
So there you go. So just like this woman popping off at loud, stubborn, wearing pants, yeah, you can have a male spirit. You can have a male spirit on you. And so you sisters that do that, still wearing pants, you need to come out of them, because you have that male spirit. Whether you realize it or believe it or not, is there. You need to repent and get it removed immediately. Otherwise, you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and you won't fall in line when it comes to being obedient to your Lord, as the Bible says. It doesn't say be a slave. It's just saying be obedient, because if he's a righteous man, he's not going to treat you like a slave. So, because a lot of our sisters, for whatever reason, hear that in their mind, right? Proverbs 3 and 31.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance for time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine. Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slave. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I saw the damn thing.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Don't fall for the things that you're seeing on there. Read on.
For the froward is abomination to the Lord.
For the forward, like that woman with the loud mouth, the forward, thinking that you know something, is an abomination unto the Lord, because it goes against his word. Read on.
But his secret,
which is the Bible,
is with the righteous.
The secret is with the righteous. So the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that seek this truth, that believe in God, he's saying the secret is with the righteous. Find the men in purple and gold. Find the men that actually believe in this Bible, teach you properly so you understand how to be a man, so you understand how to be a woman in this society today. Because just as the women are charged to obey and serve their Lord, the men are in charge, or have been ordained to obey and serve the Most High God. So if the men are ordained to serve the Most High God and they are doing so, why wouldn't you be obedient? Because you're just being obedient to God as well, right? So Isaiah 49 and 6. So now we're going into some of the things that that the Most High God has given to the men to do.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant.
It's a light thing, a light thing to serve the Most High God. Read on.
To raise up the tribes of Jacob.
Because once you start serving the Most High God, your job is to raise up the men that come after you. The tribe of Jacob, of course, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You raise them up. Read on.
And to restore the preserved of Israel.
It says restore them because why? We spoiled looking at all this stuff that's in the world given to us by the oppressor. Everything that he has taught us we thought was good, but it's evil. So now we have to restore our minds back to a tranquil state, a peaceful state of mind, understanding that God is only for us and nobody else. All right, read that. Finish that.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
It's saying that you will be so instructed, and it's so easy to do this that even the Gentiles, or the ones living as African Americans, or the ones living as Europeans, all the Gentiles that belong to me, that's of the 12 tribes, as it says in James, scattered abroad. He's saying that you will be a light to them. Read on.
That thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
Unto the end of the earth. All right, give me Psalms 40 and 8. So this is how we know that God is a man, because all his instructions are like just straight to the point. It's like, man, this is simple. Just follow what I'm saying. Just do what I said. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
So it says that we delight to do his will. Like, we should be happy that he's even given us something to do. Like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for entrusting me to keep your laws, statutes, and commandments. And you know what? I'm going to make you proud and go out here and teach my brethren the same things. The ones that were lost that you said should come back, I'm going to do my darnest to make sure that happens. Right? Read that again.
I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
So the law is within his heart. And if the law is in your heart, that means you're constantly reading it. You're constantly practicing it, like leading the house, getting a job. Don't be a bum, man. Don't let women lead you, because if they take care of you, eventually they're going to develop some disdain. I like that word better. Disdain for you. Like you just, it tastes nasty in your mouth. You just want to throw up. Yeah, every time she sees you, she's like, right? So Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let's see the whole duty of man. Whole duty of a man on earth.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Uh-huh.
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
Read on.
And keep his commandments.
Why? Read on.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's it. Fear God and keep the commandments. You fearing God, keeping the commandments, all these other things will be added unto you. That's Matthew 6. Right? All these things will be added unto you because he's the one in control. So if you obey me, just like your own parents, you obey me, man, I'll give you what you want. If you obey me, a lot of our parents, they'll even say, listen, just get, I know like my mom, she said, hey, you just get good grades and I'm going to give you a car. Like 16, I was like, bet, that's easy, because I wasn't really applying myself. So I started getting good grades. And guess what? I got the car, right? So it's the same thing. We got to say, hey, man, just fear me, keep my commandments, you get the kingdom, man. You be back straight with me. Easy. Easy. Even King David said it to Solomon, right? 1 Kings 2. 1 Kings 2. Fear God, keep the commandments, get you anything you want, man. Because that's all that's required. Why are you here? Read that.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Mm-hmm. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Read on.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
Read on.
To walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses.
So he's saying keep the commandments. Then he says, and the judgments, meaning understand if you broke those commandments, what type of judgment that you will receive. And his testimonies, meaning give examples of the bad things that happen to people that broke the commandments and of the good from keeping the commandments. These are the things that we are charged to do. So as a man, it would behoove you to learn the history, our history, so you understand what will happen when certain sins were committed, whether it was given mercy or whether it was straight death. So it's very serious to understand those things so that you can teach who? You can raise up. It's a light thing to be my servant and raise up the 12 tribes of Jacob, right? Finish that out.
That thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
So he telling you there, when they say that, yeah, you're going to fail. No, God said you will never fail. You will prosper if you're keeping my laws, statutes, and commandments, thus saith the Lord. So give me Sirach 29, because we're going to get, now fear God, keep the commandments. Now we need to understand that curse be the ground. Like, what are the certain things we're supposed to do while we're here? Like, you got a family, got a wife, got some kids. What's required of me? So let's see how we're going to do that. Read that. 29 and I think it's 21. Yep, chief things.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 29, verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and an house to cover shame.
See, water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame. So as long as you're taking care of that, it don't matter how you get to your job, whether it's on a bike, whether you're walking, whether it's in a car. It says, chief things of life is water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame. Read on.
Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage.
So it's better if you have just a little money than what?
Than delicate fare in another man's house.
Than to be on pins and needles as a servant in another man's house, meaning that you live there, but you can't move like you want to move. You have to fall under the instructions of the man's house that owns the house. Read on.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Read on.
For it is a miserable life to go from house to house.
So it's saying, hey, be content with what you have as that poor man, because, hey, man, moving from house to house, that ain't where it's at, right? You're always, hey, can I stay here for a little bit? You know, the hard times, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my life together. I'm in between jobs. I hate hearing that. In between. Just say you ain't working right now. In between jobs. Well, that means you should stay at the other job. In between jobs sound like you got a job, but you ain't got a job. So just say, hey, I'm out of work right now. Read.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
It says you a stranger. He said he don't even recognize you as a man. Say you a stranger. Read on.
Thou shalt entertain and feast.
Damn, he said you going to entertain us, and at the feast you going to serve the food. Read on.
And have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words.
Yeah, you know what? And have no thanks. It just hit me like you going to put the plate down. You going to say, here you are. And I'm not even going to thank you. I'm going to continue the conversation I'm having with the people at the table, the men at the table. Read on.
Come, thou stranger, and furnish a table.
Man, he's still calling. And I truly believe this is to vex your spirit so you get your act right. Who the hell want to be called a stranger, right? It's like I'm a whole man right here. Like, I got a name. You know my name. Instead of calling him his name, like, hey, stranger. Hey, read that again. He say, stranger what?
Come, thou stranger, and furnish a table.
Hey, stranger. Hey, make up the table. Make it nice. We got 8 people coming over that I respect. Read.
And feed me of that thou hast ready.
Read on.
Give place, thou stranger, to an honorable man.
So don't even sit down right. You don't have a plate at this table. Only give place to these honorable men. Read on.
My brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of mine house.
So you might not even be able to stay here until my brother leave. You're going to have to find another house. Again, jumping from house to house. That ain't no life to live, man. There's no life to live. You got to do thus saith the Lord. It says, if a man don't work, matter of fact, get it, 2 Thessalonians 3. 2 Thessalonians 3. So our job is to have a house to cover shame, provide food, clothing, and water. Vehicles, a second vehicle is optional. That is not required. A vehicle, period, is not required. But in this world, we understand, hey, you can get remote jobs where you can work from home. But if you have to go to work, you can catch the bus, you can catch the bike. Most of the time, people don't want to, they just don't want to do it, even though they need to in order to provide those things. They say better is a poor man in a mean cottage. So you might have to settle for something that's not what you truly want yet, right? And it'll take time to get it. That's okay. It happens.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
This is that any would not work, neither shall he eat. For hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies. You ain't got a job, but you trying to pretend like you doing a job. Like you always like, hey man, listen, I'm working on this YouTube channel, you know, trying to get my views up, you know, playing my video games. I got 3 subscribers right now, but at the end of the week, I think I'm gonna be at 25, you know, and turn it into money. Yeah, busybodies doing nothing, wasting time. Sirach 7 and 15. Don't hate laborious work. There's nothing wrong with having a job. It don't matter if you don't like it. You got responsibilities now. So you got to do thus saith the Lord and provide those things that are meat for the body. Remember, she is bone of your bone and flesh of your flesh. You'll say that about your own kids. That's my seed. Like, come on. If it's your seed, you got to take care of it. All right, read that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 15. Hate not laborious work.
You can't hate laborious work. Read on.
Neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained.
It says the Most High ordained that thing. I mean, again, think about when you ask for your job. Most of us pray for that thing. Then you get it, and you're like, oh, I'm so tired. I hate this job, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. You ask, you shall receive. You received it, you're able to keep the laws of God. What's the problem? You got to find joy in that thing. You got to find joy in that thing. James chapter 1, verse 5. James 1 and 5. And unfortunately, a lot of our people are just stuck in that wheel. They don't know how to get out the wheel because they don't stay long enough in their job to find the joy in everything that they do. Because the more you do it, the more happy you are doing it, the more pleasant you seem to talk to. And you just never know who's going to open that door for you. It could be somebody at your job. It could be somebody in passing that you met while you're leaving the job. You just never know. Read on. Read that.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
So it says, if any of you lack wisdom, anything that you lack, you can ask of God. Read on.
That giveth to all men liberally.
So he'll give it to you liberally if you're doing what? If you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Like, he'll give it to you. He's like, man, you a diligent servant. Here, this is the answer you're looking for. It could come on the news. It could come in an email. It could come on Facebook. You don't know how it's going to come. Read.
And upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Read on.
But let him ask in faith.
Let him ask in faith. Read.
Nothing wavering.
Meaning you have to believe it fervently. Like, this is going to happen regardless. This is what I asked for. I know the Most High God is going to give it to me because I'm keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Not wavering. Read on.
For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
Yep, and if you get comfortable and wavering, say, well, I know I said this, but now I want this. You get comfortable with that, you end up like the dude you just saw. Eventually, well, that's probably right. We should listen to women. Yeah, that's a good idea. Read.
Verse 7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
So don't even think that you're going to get something for the Lord because you are what? Read on.
A double-minded man.
You are a double-minded man. Read on.
Is unstable in all his ways.
Nobody likes being around you because they can't get a straight answer out of you. They never get a straight answer out of you. You're always back and forth, back and forth. Well, this, well, that. Well, it's always well, this. Always what they call assumptions. You always have some type of assumption to try to make your point sound correct. 1 Timothy 3. 1 Timothy 3 for the man. 1 Timothy, because these are some more characteristics of what a man's supposed to have.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop.
If a man desires to be a leader. Read on.
He desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless. The husband of one wife.
Right. So husband means you have a wife. Yep. Read on.
Vigilant.
Always aware. Read on.
Sober.
Always alert, not drunk. Read on.
Of good behavior.
Good behavior, meaning you're not in everybody's business. You handling business like you're supposed to and minding your own. Read on.
Given to hospitality.
Always willing to help the ones that need it and will receive it. Read on.
Apt to teach.
Apt to teach those 12 tribes that Isaiah was talking about. Read on.
Not given to wine.
Read on.
No striker. Not greedy of filthy lucre.
Always trying to up the game, right? If you're charging 3% this time, and then the next time somebody else comes, you're like, nah, man, that got 3% so easy. Let me get 10 now. Let me try 10. Just keep going up because you're like, oh, I can get this. I can get more. All right, read on.
But patient. Not a brawler. Nor covetous.
Right. Patient, not a brawler, meaning being patient with your brother that might have an ought with you, might have a disagreement with you, to the point to where he's ready to throw hands, is telling you to be patient and be apt to teach or talk to your brother, right? Matthew 18, read.
One that ruleth well his own house.
One that understands how to speak to his wife, understands how to speak to his children, so they understand how the house is supposed to operate. Read on.
Having his children in subjection
Uh-huh.
with all gravity.
Children in subject, meaning they listen to every single word this man says. Read on.
For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
Yep, just like you saw in that video. If he don't even know how to rule his own house, how he going to teach another man how to serve God because he's not even serving them properly, right? Let's go to the women now. So when women believe or think that it's okay to live on their own outside of their father's house, if you could stay in your father's house, stay in your father's house till you get married. Why? Because I read a statistic. I can't remember when I read it, but it said that 40% of all the women that are abducted, that sex trafficking, 40% of them are Israelites, either so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That means the other 60 is a mixture of every other race, but 40%, and majority of it is because they had an independent lifestyle or attitude, or they don't have a father at home. They allow, the mother allows their kids to go to the corner store by themselves at 8 years old. And then the girl is dressed in booty shorts or underwear to go there. What you think a pedophile is going to do? What you going to think a sick mind of a man is going to think and do? And that's how they get snatched up. So give me Genesis 34. Let's get an example of a sister that want to just go out and be amongst the other nations to look at how the other girls lived. Look at how the other girls live. We'll fly through this real quick. Just 3. 1 through 3.
Genesis chapter 34, verse 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land.
Went where?
Went out to see the daughters of the land.
Oh, so just her out there hanging out with the daughters of the lands. Read on.
And when Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her.
Don't that happen to a lot of our sisters today? They just randomly out with their girls to the store. Group of dudes walk up. Strangely, let's say 3 guys. But strangely, 2 of them walk away. And the one guy takes you. Y'all end up by yourself. Now you talking. All of a sudden, somehow I'm in his car. We going out to eat and ended up at home. How did this happen? Smash it down. Now you got a baby. And he don't even want to talk to you no more. It was too easy. He don't want nothing to do with you. He's like, hey, man, stop calling my phone. You know, we had fun. It was cool. I'm good. Read.
And defiled her.
So our women are defiled because they believe. And now, it used to be bad when that happened, and the sister had sorrow, and she was sorrowful. And her mother, her grandmother, her auntie would console her and correct her. But now it's like glorified. That, oh, you got a kid? That's okay. I did it when I was young. I get it. Don't worry. We going to be all right. No correction. It's just showing that fake love to the child, saying that we're going to take care of it. You're going to be okay. Now, how's she going to teach her child? And the cycle continues. Read on.
And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. And he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel.
So he spoke kindly after smashing down. How many brothers you know do that? They actually enjoyed it, talking nice. I love you. It's like, what? It's like, we've known each other 2 weeks. Just because y'all had sex, you love now? Come on, man. Move on. Go to Sirach 36 and 24. So all praises for this truth, man, because the more that we know about how to be a man, how to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of God, we know how to instruct our house and keep our women or our daughters in tightly, and our women as well. Because this is, again, another job of the man, but the woman should know this. Read on, 36, 24 to 25.
The book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
Begetteth and possession. Read on.
A help.
A what?
A help.
No, a slave.
A help like unto himself.
A help like unto himself. Because when you read Ephesians 5, it says that the man should treat her as his own body because she is. She is his rib. A help like unto himself. So he wouldn't abuse you, sis. It ain't going to happen. The brother's going to treat you correctly. At least the ones keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, that is. Read on.
And a pillar of rest.
And you should be a pillar of rest because, again, going to work every day, we don't like it. We don't like it. It's your job to calm us down. Let us vent, and then you calm us down with graceful words as First Peter's, man. The chase conversation. Get us back in the spirit. All right, read on.
Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
Where no protection is, where no man is, you have been spoiled. You have been destroyed. Your mind is destroyed. When the possession is spoiled, you do silly things. You trust men immediately. That you, oh, he's cute. He cute, though. He go to church. That's all I need to know. Come on, man. Don't be simple. Sirach 26 and 9. He kind of looked like my daddy, you know. Yeah, girl, I'm going to keep this one. Yeah, okay. All right. Sirach 26 and 9.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 9.
Because if you're in your father's house, actually, we're going to get that after this. He would teach you not to do these things, right? Remember, we had talked about eternity, and the woman didn't want that. So let's read this.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Haughty looks is nothing more than you showing everything you got, all your assets, and your haughty looks and eyelids. You don't like the eyelids God gave you, so you put on more. Right? It's saying the whoredom of a woman because you're choosing to be somebody else, not yourself, not what the Most High God created. Read on.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly.
That means you got to be correcting on her head 24/7/11, on her head all the time. Keep her in straightly. You know she wicked. You got to keep her in straight. Like, nope, you're not going out. Nope. You want a job? No, you good. You can stay at home. This is your job. Help around the house. I'll make sure you taken care of. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to call no nigga. You ain't got to call no sister to come over here and help you do nothing. I got you. Read.
Lest she abuse herself.
Lest she what?
Lest she abuse herself.
Through what?
Through overmuch liberty.
So if you give her a little chain to go outside, she is going to blow that thing out. Or get it blown out, I should say. Through overmuch liberty, she will do what she wants. Here's the proof. Read on.
Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
Read on.
She will open her mouth.
She will what?
She will open her mouth.
Yeah, this ain't sounding good. Read on.
As a thirsty traveler.
Yeah, I don't think she's looking for water. Read on.
When he have found a fountain.
Read on.
And drink of every water near her.
Dang, she'll take any man that's willing to smash. Read on.
By every hedge will she sit down.
Every hedge, that's further letting you know it's the men. Every hedge she will sit down. Because subconsciously, she's looking for protection. She's looking for a man to protect and hold her, and her father failed. Her father failed by allowing her the liberty to go out there. Hey, I don't care what you do, so go find a man that does care what you do. And in the process, she ends up sleeping around from man to man to man, never finding it because she don't know what it looks like because her father didn't care. Read.
And open her quiver against every arrow.
And that's how you get 3 babies and 3 baby daddies. Because you're looking for love in all the wrong place. Ain't that a song? Looking for love in all the wrong place. I don't know who sings it, but I know it's a song, though. Right? So jump to Sirach 7 and 24. Sirach 7 and 24. You notice most of this is about the men making sure we get back to what we're supposed to know from the Most High God so that we can instill into our wives and our children that we the hedge. You're supposed to follow me. I'm in charge of naming you. I'm going to make sure that you good, not somebody outside of that. And when somebody does come along, I'll approve who that person is, right? And this is why, 7 and 24.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them.
Right. Have a care for their body and don't show yourself cheerful. Don't be their friends. Just because they put a smile, say, please, daddy. Yeah, don't buy into none of that because you know better. So when you know better, you do better. You finish that? Cheerful towards them. All right, cool. So give me, I'm going to jump to Titus 2. Let's jump to Titus 2. We're running long. Titus chapter 2 and verse 2. Start at 2.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith.
So you see how this is more of a summary of what 1 Timothy 3 is talking about. Grave, sober, meaning not drunk with other doctrines or listening to or drinking, understanding what the word says and knowing how to apply it. Read on.
Sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged woman likewise.
And so now the woman likewise, read on.
That they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So it starts with the man and then it goes to the aged woman because the man is supposed to help teach these things to make sure she's doing this. Read on.
Not false accusers. Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things.
So how do you be teachers of good things? Like Romans 15 and 4 was saying. It says these things are written for your learning. So go back to learn how our mothers dealt or our mothers dealt with certain situations as wives and as mothers, right? Read on.
That they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands.
So see right there it says husbands. So that means you in the house till you go to your husband. It don't say teach them to go out and be on their own. Teach them how to handle a baby father. It says to love their husbands. Read on.
To love their children.
Because if they're loving if they're teaching you to love a husband, they have what? A husband, because it says teacher of good things. So if they have a husband, she's going to teach you how to take care of that husband, how to support that husband, and then also how to raise children. She teaches that all in one setting, just from her presence of being there taking care of the husband. She's teaching the child and she's showing how to take care of the husband, right? So Judith 12 and 24, because this should be on every woman's mouth. When they have a righteous Lord that's doing what he says he's going to do, he's following the Most High God, she should have no problem following him. Judith chapter 12 and verse 14.
The book of Judith in the Apocrypha, chapter 12 and verse 14. Then said Judith unto him, who am I now that I should gainsay my Lord?
It says, who am I to talk back to my Lord? Read on.
Surely whatsoever pleaseth him.
Surely whatever he wants,
I will do speedily.
I will do speedily. Read on.
And it shall be my joy.
Get the heck out of here. What women talking like this? Read on.
And it shall be my joy unto the day of my death.
Stop it. To the day you die, it's going to be your joy to do anything I want speedily. Yo, that's the conversation of a righteous woman. I dare to say that's the first thing that comes out of a Proverbs 31 woman's mouth right there. You know what I'm saying? Do everything speedily, right? So as we come to a close, right, we understand now that the man is in charge of everything. Once the man get himself right, none of this stuff that you see in the world today with the women and underwear, anything like that should even turn you on. It should actually disgust you. You literally need to change your spirit to where when you see that, it triggers disgust. Just like when you saw it, it triggered a lustful feeling. You can turn that around, right? Right? So give me that last video, video number 3. Because he says something heavy in this video about the weight of the world and what we're in charge of, and how we should be basically as men, right?
Some of the men, husbands primarily. If you feel like you're carrying weight, you're in the right position. We are the foundation. We are the foundation of the family. If it feels like you're carrying the weight of responsibility and it's tough being a man and all that kind of stuff, that means you're doing it right, because you're the foundation. Lay yourself down and let that family stand on top of you. You were meant to be the foundation. You were meant to lay down your life. This was meant to feel like weight. It's an honor. Like, I feel honored to bear the weight of responsibility in my family. I feel honored.
It's a gift.
It's a gift. I was born in a male body. This is my assignment. It's a gift.
Yes.
I'm not going to complain about it. It is what it is.
What? See, I was born in a male body. I'm a son of God. Yeah. So think about it. Adam had the weight of the world. He was controlling the whole world. You just got a little family to take care of. That ain't weight. That's why he's saying you should be happy about that thing. You carrying the weight. It ain't nothing compared to what our forefathers carried. Not now, one of them. It ain't nothing compared to that. So Matthew 5 and 3. I'm gonna read down and close out.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit.
So blessed are the ones that are so low, they believe in God, they got faith, but everything around them just seems to be just crashing, right? Read on.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Most High God say, stay faithful. The kingdom of heaven is yours. Just keep following the laws, statutes, and commandments. You're going to get there. Read on.
Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted.
So mourning of the ones that had ones in this truth that passed away, they feel like they're the only ones that understood them. It's the only ones I could really talk to. He said, don't worry about that. I got you. Read on.
Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Read on.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
The ones that hunger and thirst after the Bible, after God's law, statutes, and commandments. Read on.
For they shall be filled.
That's that James 1 and 5. It says you going anything that you want. You ask of wisdom, ask it of him, and he will give it to you. Read on.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Because the Most High God has given us mercy to this day. Some of us ain't wake up until you were 58. You had 58 years of mercy. Like, come on. You can be merciful to your family, to a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Show some mercy, because I gave you mercy. Read on.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Read on.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
Titus 1 and 15 says, to the pure, all things are pure. There it is. I got it. So it is blessed are the pure in heart. To the pure, all things are pure. That's your optimistic people right there. All right. Read on.
Verse 9.
For they shall see God, the pure in heart. Read on.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Those are the ones that's not the brawlers, that got patience. They make peace in any situation concerning the Israelites. Read on.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
So bless those that are persecuted, because people are going to speak falsely and ill of those keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, because they can't stand us doing the right things and raising our families properly. I don't know why that's a problem. Like, we're showing you how to do it, and you mad that we don't give in to bust that booty down, booty. Come on, man. Like, really? That's played. Like, I remember when I was in the world, Lecrae. I heard one of his albums, and a pastor, Edomite pastor, was on there, and he said that everybody's rebellious against God's laws, and if everybody's rebellious against God's laws and they're keeping the laws of the land or being in sin, the only rebellion left is to keep God's laws. It's to rebel against sin and start keeping God's laws. That line never left me because he right, because everybody's acceptable of baby mothers and baby fathers right now. Nobody's excited about keeping the laws of God. All right, read on.
Verse 11.
Yep.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake.
Yep, because that's what happened in most of our families. It starts with our family members saying stuff behind our backs. They add you to groups, start saying happy birthday and stuff after you told them not to do it. And so you drop a video in there, and then all of a sudden the group just goes away. They don't want to hear it, right? Read.
Verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
It's saying, out of all those things, don't worry about it. Great is your reward in heaven. Read on.
For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Because the prophets were put down for that thing. So the same thing gonna happen to you. Read on.
Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
So it said, you the salt of the earth. If you're salting everything in sin, of course the nations love you. They love our cooking anyway, right? But when you start salting and savoring the things of the Most High God, it's bland unto the nations. They hate it. They detest it, right? But where will it be salted if you don't do it the correct way? Who's going to do it? Because we know they can't cook. We know their food is terrible. They cannot season a damn thing. So what makes you think that their laws, statutes, and commandments, which is sin to God, is better than being righteous? Read it out. Finish it out.
Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
And if you want to be trodden under the foot of men, then you would do what this dude did in this video. He completely lost his salt. There's no savior left in him. But the ones keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in God, start salting the earth, baby, because we're going to take our families back. Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Hope you were edified.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.